Hey, get out of there, kid. All done. All right. Wanted to wear the flannel. Got to wear it. But he actually is going to help me out a little bit in this video tonight. So that was his best impression of me. Do I sound like that? I don't know. Maybe. So for the workout today, we have a 21-15-9 concoction with 4 different movements. So I like to talk about the structure of workouts first before going into the movements typically. 21-15-9 should be something that you recognize from numerous CrossFit workouts, especially Fran. So what that really means is it's not 21, then 15, then 9, and then you don't do the last one. It's going to be 21 of all 4 movements, then 15 of all of them, then 9, 9, 9, and 9 before you get to click time on that stopwatch of yours. So 4 total movements in all, and that's going to be 180 total repetitions because it's 21 plus 15, 9 is 45 times 4. Yeah, so we're all good to go on that. For the skill tomorrow, fairly basic in regards to movements. You're going to be doing some wall sits. You're going to be doing air squats for maximum repetition. So unless you really need me to demo the air squat, there you go. 2 degrees below the knee, stand up. But you're going to pop out as many of those as you can within 60 seconds. And that's really what your score is going to be based on. Do have a couple rounds of that stuff, so yeah, enjoy. For the workout of the day, that 21-15-9 monstrosity that you just saw there, dips. We have done dips before, whether it is, pardon me, bringing out a trusty chair here. We're going to find out how trusty this chair is. Can't even believe me doing a dip. So, for me, this would be a little bit narrow. I would use a couch just because my arms have to go inside of my hips and behind my butt in order to do a dip this narrow, which doesn't feel that great. But modified is going to be with your feet directly underneath where your knees are, going to go down as low as you can, and the RX is going to be with those feet all the way out, so we're getting those hips all the way down and pressing back up through. So for the dips, I want you to get that full range of motion. You should feel that stretch in the shoulders and in the pecs a little bit too, so getting all the way down and then pressing all the way up through. Challenging but not impossible. If you can bust out 21, 15, and 9 unbroken each round, as long as it's hard, that's okay, but I'd rather have you get to some burnout, because with body weight movements, we do want to try to build up some muscle still, so going to that failure point, we know we're going to make some difference there. Elbow jacks. I'm going to have Tyson demo some elbow jacks, because otherwise I'm going to make some very inappropriate jokes. If I have a kid here, I can't make those PG-13 jokes. So elbow jacks, we're going to go into a elbow plank position. Feet are going to be together, and he is going to pivot at the hip, where his hips are going to come down and touch the floor. And he's going to spring up, and when he shoots his hips up, his feet are going to actually pop out wide. So you'll be able to see this from the demo video that's attached in Sugar WOD. Hips down, pop them up, and you pop to wide. That's a hip jack. So back and forth. 1, 2, 3, 4, etc. So every time you do a hip jack and move your foot position, that is going to be a repetition. It's not 1, 1, 2, 2. It's 1, 2, 3, 4. Make sure you watch his feet in the video, because it's not just dry humping the ground and get your hips wet. I couldn't resist. It's not just moving down and up in a very awkward fashion. It is, there's some skill to it. God, I'm going to get through this with you guys without making any inappropriate jokes. I know I can do it. So the down up, let's just move movements completely. The down up, it is a burpee without the push up part. Tyson, come down onto the mat here. We're going to show you what that's all about. Go for it. Down, and that's it. We jump back up, jump nice and high and exaggerated jump. Do another one for fun. Go for it. Good. So for any of you old football players, that was something that you might have actually had to do back in the day. Coach would say, do blank up downs or down ups or whatever the heck football coach called them. Burpee without the push up. And lastly, reverse burpees. So want to talk about this one, because if you've got good mobility, this ain't that bad. If you don't have great mobility, especially in the ankle area, you might need a modification for it. So handy dandy assistant coming out again. Reverse burpee. I want you to put your feet there, and I want you to face toward the camera a little bit there. So you're going to turn around there. Good. Now I'm going to have you, nope, pop back up. Stay on your feet, and I want you to put your feet here. Reverse burpee, you're going to roll onto your back. Instead of your chest touching the ground, your back's going to touch, and then you're going to pop back up. Whichever position. We're down, rolling, roll back, roll back forward,
Mess up.
and up.
Sorry.
All right, let's try again. Hips are there, rolling back up. Good. So you notice on his second repetition, some of you will be able to flip right up easily into that position. Some of you might need to use your hands to help push off. And if you need additional assistance, you can have an elevated surface, because even having something like a small mat that's, you know, an inch or so thick, that's going to be enough of a height that when you roll forward, you're going to have that much more ankle mobility. So, you know, if you have an actual mat like I have here, or even any kind of thin exercise mat, if your feet come off the edge of it and your feet are on the ground but your back remains on that elevated position, makes all the difference in the world. Otherwise, if you're doing them kind of weird, it's just like a burpee. Chest touches the ground, we jump up and clap. Reverse burpee is, we're going to go all the way back until our shoulders touch the ground. Going to roll forward, and however you got to get up from there is going to be the modification of that too. So hopefully you guys will at least try to do that reverse burpee as prescribed for a while with the hands and whatnot. If you do need an elevated surface, that'd be next. The lowest on the totem pole is just go down on your back and then try to get the heck back up. I've fallen and I can't get up, old school life alert style. So that's about it for that. 21:15:09, good to go. For those of you who are picking up equipment, you should have received that email from me today. And meet at the meeting time, top secret. Back of the bay door. The front door will be locked, so don't try to sneak in. You won't be able to. We will see you guys soon.